Okay, nevertheless, I want to take you on a quick journey. We have too much to present and too little time, but everything started in 2018. Launched then in 2010, we brought to market our groundbreaking hull performance solutions, where we stepped out of the paint can and took the goal of selling quantifiable performance. The methodology behind this, the clinging abbreviation, Jotun Hull Performance Measurement Method, became into ISO 19030, measurement of propeller and hull performance over time. And then in March 2020, we were proudly announced that we were bringing hull skating solutions to the market, entering this final verification stage that we're still in. We did the same thing with a solution called Hull Keeper, which I will be presenting later on, in March 2022, and then proudly in June 2022 had a global launch of this solution at Posidonia here in Athens. So why hull performance? Looking at the fourth greenhouse gas study, the accumulation of biofouling accumulates to a whopping 79 million of additional CO2 emitted, valued at $11 billion. And this is using an average price of heavy fuel oil of no more than $450 per ton. It's in addition a threat to marine ecosystems through the potential transfer of aquatic invasive species. Now, having the methodology in place, having ISRA in place, we were able then basically to dissect different parts of the operation. And there are two elements here, the in-service performance part over time and maintenance effect part, that basically led us towards a solution which, putting this as an analogy, would be educating the shipping industry to brush their teeth. We do this on a regular basis, keeping our teeth in a good solution. We want to brush the hulls of sailing vessels. And this is why we brought to market hull skating solutions. It's a truly proactive hull cleaning solution. So you're not removing essentially fouling as we know this, algae, slime, barnacles, and so forth. We're removing early stages of bioaccumulation, a film which we would refer to as slime, consisting of bacteria, diatoms, protozoa, early stages of fouling accumulation. The project entered a concept launch in 2020 and this final verification stage as mentioned, where we picked carefully selected partners and vessels in different types of operation, different vessel types, to basically stress the solution from a technical point of view, operational point of view, but also from a commercial point of view. And hopefully, if all goes well in this stage, we will go for global launch somewhere in 2023. We have secured a large number of different vessels and different partners who have been working for a long time in deploying this solution. And we will, over time, also develop. This is basically our starting point, but we have moved then from functional prototype, which has been on board sailing vessels since 2018, gradually into more advanced solutions, but always focusing on cost optimization, weight optimization, and other functionality. And then time will show basically where we end up. I hope to be back in 2024, and then basically also then reveal what the latest features are with the solutions. When we enter market sometime, hopefully in 2023, we will bring to market two setups. The already, let's say, communicated container solution, a 10-foot container positioned on board sailing vessels. And for the first time, we're very proud to reveal also the first sketch of our skate station railing. It's a railing solution replacing a couple of meters in the existing railing, where you have a modular setup. This is already at the functional prototype level, so it's on board and being installed on the vessels. And this holds then the robotics, the communication systems, the cables, but also charging and cleaning capabilities of the unit. I mentioned Hull Keeper. Hull Keeper launched in 2023 at Posidonia. We have put in a 2-minute video, and looking at the clock, I think I'll be able to skip in that 2-minute video.
A ship operator is not always in control of the condition of the hull or selection of the coating for the ships in their fleet. Still, this affects the hull performance and fuel consumption they are responsible for. Jotun is the world's leading provider of marine coatings. We have extensive experience and expertise in optimizing hull performance. Now we introduce the Hull Keeper program, enabling customers to take hull control. Hull Keeper keeps track of the many variables that affect hull performance, including the vessel's trading pattern, choice of fouling protection, and parameters influencing fouling pressure. When a vessel has reached a certain threshold of accumulated fouling risk, an alert is triggered and the need for further actions is evaluated. One such action could be to inspect the hull. The Hull Keeper program offers multiple sites where inspections by underwater drone are performed. Jotun experts use the results of the thorough ROV inspection, combine them with operational data, and provide their interpretation of the condition of the hull, as well as the potential future effect on hull efficiency. The report ends with an evaluation of performance impact, enabling the customer to decide if hull cleaning or other countermeasures are needed. Hull Keeper enables better decisions faster. Take hull control with Hull Keeper.
Thank you. So basically a solution which enables better decisions faster, either sold as individual components or as a complete solution. In this first generation of Hull Keeper, we basically have 4 services available. One is the monitoring part, individual vessel or fleet operational monitoring. The second one is this fouling prediction algorithm, basically a digital service giving you a heads up when it's time to proactively inspect the hull, and if anything is found, then also then to take right measures in terms of cleaning. The last one is a global network of inspection capabilities that we have built up, either with own solutions and resources or with a partnership network. And the last one is an advisory service where we can give customers and partners advice on idling locations, history of vessels they consider to charter in, and other applicable advice. And last but not least, the effects of an always clean hull or optimized hull performance on ECSA and EDI and CII. A clean hull in terms of engine power limitations will obviously mitigate the effects of any of these reduction factors. And looking at the CII, sailing with an as clean hull as possible obviously then improves the CII rating and also or keeps it stable, and also then affects other carbon intensity indicators, as we have discussed, especially on the financing part and so on. Now, looking at some figures and looking at the time with 40 minutes left, the partners which have adopted Jotun Hull Performance Solutions, the service I mentioned being launched in 2010, they have accumulatively in 2021 alone had a reduction in CO2 emissions of close to 8 million tons of documentable savings. And with that, I think I've made it within the time limit. Thank you very much. FSO Parapoli, thank you for listening in.
Thank you, Dom.